want to talk about your success and what representing Botswana means to you. At just 20 years old, you've made a name not only for yourself, but for your country. What does having the opportunity to represent Botswana mean to you?
It means a lot to me because it's everybody's dream to represent the country and do well as an athlete or as an any career that you chose to represent the country. So it's always a great honor standing in the track, knowing that you are carrying a whole nation behind your back. They're cheering for you. So it's really, really amazing for me to be there.
You said that one of the changes that you've seen is people are now more invested and interested in coming to see what Africans can really do as sprinters. What does it mean to you to know that you've played a direct part in putting Botswana on the map?
What it means is I've not only put Botswana on the map, I've made uh, because a lot of people, I don't think they knew Africa up until we stepped up as African athlete and trying to change how everybody looks at Africa, because they were all known for the long distances, for the marathon, and for the quarter mile. So for us, we just wanted to change that whole angle and make sure that they can also be sprinters all from Africa.
Yeah. In what ways have you been supported by the community in Botswana?
Uh, the community always has its own ways of supporting children, but for me, the community backs me up with a little that I need to do. Like if I need transport money, they would pledge if I'm asking, but I'm not. I don't like to ask, because I just feel like I'll be a burden to people. So I'd rather struggle on my own and then find the best thing that I could do. But I'm grateful for my coach because he knows all the struggles that if I need something, that's the person. He's my right hand man. That's the person I'll go to.
I know that as part of your pre-race and warm-up routine, you listen to your traditional songs from Botswana so that you can know that you're home. That's what you said in a previous interview. Tell me more about that. How does that help you? What songs, what artists are you listening to?
Mostly it's Ditiro Lero, Go Master, and then a group called Bafanaba. Those are the people that communicate the same language as I am, because they have we got the same story to tell, because that's and then Ditiro is my home village. We are from the same home village. So he has the same story that I went through that he's telling the people about. So I can relate with some of his songs.
And how does that help you? How does listening to people who have been through that same struggle and are from that same place that you're from when you're in a different city like Paris or somewhere in Europe, like how does that help you before a race?
It helps me calm down, and tell myself that everything is going to be all right. Once you are done with this, the anxiety, and not the anxiety, the level of adrenaline will drop, and then you're back to your normal self.
I love that. So take me back to last year's World Championships. What do you remember most from your experience?
All I remember is the first heat of the 100. Our block wasn't the perfect block that we could have done. It only clicked on the final block. So for us, that's the most memorable thing that I'm gonna always carry with, because I don't think I was also counted in the people who are gonna get the medal.
Yeah. You became the first African man to win a world medal in the 100. How special was that moment for you? And what do you remember thinking in that exact moment?
For me, I've always wanted either Agani or Ferdinand or Manyala to do it, because I'm a youngster. So I could do it later on during the years, but they have been there in the game for so long. So that's how I wanted it to be. I wanted them first and then me later. But by the grace of God, I came first. And in a moment, I didn't know, because I only heard after, I think in the press conference, when they asked me how I feel about it. But it was so amazing to see me get that medal and bring it back home in Africa.
Yeah. You talk about your relationship with Ferdinand and Akani. How did they react to your success? What did they say to you after you won?
It was just congratulations messages and telling me to also to keep on focused as the way I'm focused, and everything's going to fall into place.
How have they motivated you during your journey?
I would say they've always been side to side with me because we've always met there in a few Diamond Leagues, help those chat, telling me how their first Diamond League races were, those kind of chats, just to help me get a picture of what I'm getting myself into in this Diamond League.
Botswana has won medals in just two events in Olympic history. Both of them are in athletics. What does it mean to run for a country that hasn't had a ton of Olympic success?
It really motivates and brings joy to me, knowing that athletics is the sporting code that brings medal back to the country. But that's what I don't want. I want it to be more equal, more sporting code to bring medals to the country where we could be all celebrated. Because once I bring the medal back home, others are going to be criticized for not doing their job. For me, I just wanted us to be united and bring as many medals as possible.
So, Africa is the youngest and fastest growing continent yet, and Olympic Games have never been hosted there. Do you think that that's something that we'll ever see in our lifetime? And if so, what needs to change?
I think it's something that's going to be seen, but when I don't know, but it's something that we are gonna change. What's supposed to change, I think, is the us Africans coming together and be united and be as one continent and stop pulling both sides. Because once we pull the both sides, people are gonna see that those people cannot host the Olympics.
As someone who's had such a dynamic hand in changing, the face of sprinting, of African sprinting, like we talked about earlier, how much would it mean to you to see an Olympic Games hosted on your home continent?
It really mean a lot to the African continent because most of the time it's us, the Africans, traveling to the Europe, to America to compete in those games. We have never got that chance to like see those Americans and the European countries come into the African continent.